We told you to expect the unexpected, and that just happened. The unexpected just occurred. Why? Who would have thunk? Well, breaking from Watcher Guru, President Trump pardons Binance founder CZ. What is this? I didn't like the tweet. I'm not gonna like the tweet, guys. Right? But CZ just got a pardon for doing what? Well, CZ pleaded guilty to a criminal money laundering charge and was sentenced to prison. But then he financed President Trump's stablecoin and lobbied for a pardon. Today he got it. If Congress does not stop this kind of corruption, it owns it. Wow, this is actually crazy, guys, because remember, that liquidation event the other week was all due to Binance, by the way. Okay? And Trump doesn't care about it at all, right? Because they are the ones who are behind it, right? So, check this out. You guys remember Gary Gensler? I actually miss Gary, right? Because if Gary Gensler was in charge right here, none of these things would be happening right now. Only when Gary Gensler got kicked from the SEC is when the Wild Wild West returned, right? And it got very chaotic, and it's still chaotic to this day, right? I knew it back then, guys, that Gary was actually the good guy, right? In disguise. Interesting. But 2020 is hindsight, huh? This is disgusting even for Trump. So, crypto Twitter, right? Twitter is exploding with hatred towards Trump for pardoning CZ. CZ admitted to sanctions violations. He had knowingly allowed groups to use Binance, right? Then CZ had Binance partner with Trump's World Liberty Fi on their new stablecoin, right? So that's why he was pardoned, guys. Okay, because it seems like Binance helped Trump with this crypto endeavor. Okay, so this is the clearest case yet of pay for crime, right? So crypto Twitter is basically exploding with like the people to rise up, right, on why this has happened. But I'll tell you in plain sight why this is all happening, guys. You want to know why? This was years ago that we stated this, that the insider trading will get so blatant to the point that it's in plain sight for the people to see, right? And it'll still keep happening until the day the people, which are you and I, right? Until the day we cry for help, right? Which will then they will be forced to bring upon regulations and all that stuff, guys, right? It will be from our own doing. You guys understand this, right? Problem, reaction, solution. The problem is quite clear, right? Do you guys not see the problem? Insider trading, but they're getting away with it. The reaction of the people is, why is this even happening in the first place? It's not fair. We need a level playing field. The solution is, well, they'll bring upon laws, rules, and regulations, right? So, backstory to CZ's pardon. November 2023, Binance and CZ pled guilty, $4 billion plus fine. March 2025, Trump World Liberty Financial launched stablecoin USD1. March 2025, $2 billion investment into Binance. May 2025, $2 billion investment was paid for in their stablecoin. May 2025, CZ admits he applied for a pardon. October 2025, CZ gets a pardon. And then the result, USD1 is backed by treasuries. This yields $60 to $80 million per year for World Liberty Fi, so long as Binance doesn't redeem the $2 billion in USD1. Wow. So with all this coming out and about, guys, right? Blatant, by the way, from this school CV, Trump had a statement of this, okay, about this whole matter. He says,
the founder of Binance. Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your family's?
Which one was that?
The founder of Binance. He has an involvement in your own family's crypto business.
The recent one, yes. I believe we're talking about the same person because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that. Are you talking about the crypto person? A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. He served 4 months in jail, and they say that he was not guilty of anything. That
Gary Gensler, please come back. Right, at this point, we need Gary back. Can't believe it, but we were the first people to say Gary's actually the good guy. Right, later on, you'll figure it out, and now people are starting to realize, right, of what's happening here. As soon as he got kicked, the new guard came in town. It's not the same. It's better to have protection, right? Protection against manipulation and all those things, guys. Versus the wild, wild west, right?
What he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing. You fake news. But let me just tell you that he was somebody that, as I was told, I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. But
so Trump doesn't know. It doesn't seem like Trump really knows, right? What Binance is and all these things, guys. I think his family does, though, right? Like his sons and things like that, because they launched World Liberty Fi, right?
I've been told by a lot of support. He had a lot of support, and they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime. That he was persecuted by the Biden administration, and so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
Interesting. Wow. I mean, I guess this is going to keep going on, guys. I guess there will be no justice in the end for us, the people, huh? After 7 years in crypto, I've discovered that the most important skill to be profitable is insider trading, right? Person 1, you want the pardon? Need you to do something for me. Person 2, okay, what's it going to take? Trump, me and my sons are going to max short every altcoin with max leverage, crash the market, and liquidate everyone. CZ, I was going to do this anyway. You'll pardon me if I do this. Trump, yep, I'll pardon you like a week later. CZ, say less, prepare for the nuke, and that's the story, right? The timeline of things, basically. So it seems like the way CZ got pardoned here was by them liquidating everyone and making billions of dollars, right? From people losing all their money during that liquidation event. Okay, so that was the story of this entire thing, guys. And then Trump or Trump's family made so much money, and then they gave the suggestion to Trump to actually pardon CZ, right? Because CZ or Binance made this whole liquidation event happen. Such as, let me see if I can find the tweets here. I got it clear. So there was a liquidity vacuum that happened here. Right, the liquidity vacuum, guys, of $19 billion collapse. So from Credible Crypto. Now, in my last YouTube video, I mentioned that the biggest liquidation events in crypto history could have been the result of market makers pulling liquidity from the books. Well, the data is now here, and it does seem like a coordinated effort of market makers pulling liquidity from the books may in fact have been the root cause of the mass liquidation we saw the other day. Well, guys, I'm not really reading all this, right? It's like very in depth, but it basically shows that there was no liquidity, right? There was no liquidity, guys. Okay, which is why the coins literally died. Okay. And that's why liquidity is a must, right? When there's no liquidity, but it was manufactured for these coins to have no liquidity, by the way. Okay, so the feedback loop of destruction. Initial shock, Trump tariff announcement, which this was the trigger. Triggers selling. Market makers withdraw, sensing cascade potential. Liquidations cannot clear through empty order books. Insurance funds rapidly deplete, absorbing bad debt. ADDRESS activates forcibly closing profitable positions. Deleveraged traders must re-hedge, adding selling pressure. More liquidations trigger, returning to step 3. So it wasn't primarily about excessive leverage or regulatory failures. It was about misaligned incentives in the market structure. Okay. How much is each market maker providing to the book? Look at this liquidity. Okay. And it's being pulled. There is no liquidity. They remove liquidity, which if there's no liquidity, prices are just gonna fall. So imagine Satoshi Nakamoto selling his whole stack in one go, right, in like one clip, it's going to tank Bitcoin to nothing because there is no liquidity or any buyer to buy 1 million Bitcoins. Okay, which is why these coins died. But this was all pre-planned for it to happen. Now, what Binance did do is Binance announced that they'll distribute $300 million to users who were liquidated during the October 10th market crash, but only $300 million when billions were made, right? So they already know they're in the wrong here, but the Trumps aren't going to do anything about it because they're all in it together, basically. Okay, Binance says, deeply grateful for today's pardon and to President Trump for upholding America's commitment to fairness, innovation, and justice. And CZ says, we'll do everything we can to help America, the capital of crypto and advanced Web3 worldwide. Onwards. And supposedly Binance founder CZ is going to donate like $180 million to help the Trump administration boost Bitcoin and crypto adoption across the US. Well, of course he's going to do that, guys, right? Because he just got pardoned. So it makes sense. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this. I think we need Gary Gensler back into the scene. Okay? Because right now, it seems like things are getting very chaotic. What's crazy to me is literally the government doing this. Not even the people, it's the government. Which the government is supposed to be a leader for the people. What? Strange world and upside down world we live in. Interesting. Not financial advice. Yeah, crazy. What is this? So, face, see ya.